Bienvenidos, señoras y señores, and welcome to a Soccer Sanchez video. It's been way too long since the last time I made one of these. February 2022 was the last video that was released on the channel, and I'm happy to say we're hoping to make more as the summer progresses in the lead up to Euro 2024 as well as Copa America 2024. On Friday the 14th of June, the Euro 2024 tournament begins with host nation Germany taking on Scotland. England start their tournament on Sunday the 16th of June against Serbia. This video we're going to look at the squad, possible formation, Gareth Southgate's selection, defensive problems, and can England finally win the Euros? So let's kick off with the squad. So you can see there on the right hand side there's a squad of 26 players, which I have to say disappoints me. The defensive situation for me looks poor. It seems quite unbalanced. It's quite desperate for Gareth Southgate to have to bring in Luke Shaw, given that he's not played the majority of the season. I believe even as he comes into the tournament, he isn't fully fit and won't feature until possibly the knockout stages. But what about the defence? Well, doesn't look great. I mean, you're looking at players here who have barely made 10 appearances for England, i.e. Lewis Dunk, Mark Gahey, Enzi Konza, Joe Gomez, although has been in and out of the England team over the years, he doesn't merit that. The defence, in my opinion, looks pretty weak. We've got players like Lewis Dunk, Mark Gahey and Enzi Konza, who are good defenders at club level. They've had a great seasons, with Brighton, Crystal Palace and Aston Villa respectively. But between them, you'd be lucky to get a total of 10 caps. I don't think either individually, any of them have more than 10 or gone into double digits for caps for England. And it just, I don't know, the team just looks very, very weak. Trippier is going to have to play at left back, although he's done it before and he's an experienced England player. It's not his position and he's going to have to be cutting in quite a lot. Kyle Walker has had a good season with Man City and obviously they've won the league, but he's starting to show signs that this could possibly be his last tournament, in my opinion. He can still do a job, but he is obviously not the same player that he was 2, 4 or 6 years ago. John Stones obviously is a senior centre-back in that team. It's got to be said that there are rumours at the moment that he's isolating. He's got some sort of stomach bug, and he didn't train yesterday, which is unfortunate. John Stones, although still a good player, he was susceptible to a few mistakes towards the end of Man City's season. He didn't have a particularly good FA Cup final, and the defence is quite underwhelming. Now in midfield, we're looking here at Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's now considered a midfielder, given how Gareth Southgate has been playing him in the last few games. Adam Wharton is a fantastic young footballer. He's made a big impression on Crystal Palace. He's had outstanding performances with Blackburn in the Championship, but his meteoric rise over the last 6 months is well merited. He looked very comfortable when he came on when he played for England in the recent friendly against Bosnia, and he's had a fantastic 6 months, as I say, with Crystal Palace under their new management. He's a silky player. He's very technical. He's very calm on the ball, and as a personality, he seems quite a calm person as well. And it's just great to see that we got these young England players like Wharton and Mainu coming through, given the limited experience they've had. Mainu has had his first senior season this year. Played over 30 games for Manchester United. He's played very well. And I guess deservedly so, has been picked for England for this tournament. But then that begs the question, is there an issue with English players playing regularly for Champions League sides? And that's no way to diminish the likes of Dunk or Gahey, or Konza, who had really good seasons with clubs who traditionally don't make the top 4. But it is telling when you look at the defenses of the traditional top six clubs, it's very, very limited for English players, and it's starting to show here. In midfield, we got Trent Alexander-Arnold. He has been playing a lot for Gareth Southgate in midfield. Some would say it has worked. Others would say it's a disaster. Wayne Rooney recently coming out and saying that he would like to see Arnold on the team, but on the right-hand side of the field. In midfield, he could cost England on the counter, or just defensively in general. He has been known to lapse concentration while in defensive transitions, and it's unlikely that he'll start there anyway. Given the options in terms of Wharton and Mainu, yes, they're young, but they seem fearless. They've had great seasons, great debut seasons for their clubs. Again, Wharton's only had 6 months, so he hasn't even had a full season. But yeah, it's an interesting team. With the forwards, as you can see, we've got a whole host of forwards to choose from. Jude Bellingham, Jared Bowen. We got Eze, Foden, Gordon, Kane, Palmer, Saka, Toney, and Watkins. Now, that's a lot of forwards. Given how Harry Kane will keep his place up front, I can't see Toney or Watkins dislodging him from that centre forward position. Obviously, so I'm surprised he's taken 3 strikers. I'm really surprised at the amount of wingers that we've got here, because we've got Bowen, Foden who can play in the wings, Gordon, Palmer, Saka. It's quite a lot. Bellingham, I've always seen Bellingham as a midfielder, and obviously he's had a fantastic season with Real Madrid, scoring goals. But me personally, if I was to play him somewhere, it would be in midfield, and I would class him as a midfielder. Just like Trent Alexander-Arnold, I wouldn't list him as a midfielder. This list, by the way, has come from the English FA's website, so this is how they list it. So you could argue it's obvious that Southgate is intending to use Trent Alexander further up the field from defence, whether that be centre mid or on the right wing, although it's unlikely to be the right wing given Saka's claimed his position there. He'll be involved somehow away from the defence by the looks of it. So as I say, up front we've got Kane, Toney and Watkins. Kane's going to keep that position up front for the majority of the tournament, all of the tournament I assume, unless he gets some kind of injury or they want to rest him following a handsome lead during a game. Jared Bowen, congratulations to him. I mean, he's done very, very well to get into the England team and make a squad for a major tournament. Eze as well, Crystal Palace, along with Wharton and Gahey and Henderson, merited call up, and it's looking likely Eze could leave, but there were reports recently that Elise and Eze won't leave in the same summer, so we have to wait and see. So let me bring up my starting 11. Fortunately, the boys can't be here. They did their starting 11. D-Lord, Don, Sugat Scholes and Leigh Petrelli. We did record a video. That didn't go so well. Audio completely shot. And yeah, that was disappointing. But here I go. If I was Gareth Southgate, what would be my starting 11 against Serbia? Bit controversial. Well, here is my predicted starting 11 against Serbia. Then again, I should reword that. Not exactly predicted. I very much doubt Southgate is going to come anywhere near close to the starting 11, let alone the formation. But this is essentially what I would pick if I was the England manager. First thing that stands out, obviously, is I put Saka on the left-hand side. Now, yes, of course, Saka's been absolutely fantastic as an attacking forward, playing particularly on the right wing for Arsenal, and he's done exceptionally well in the last 2 or 3 years, not just at club level, but also international level for England. and has become one of the important players in this Southgate team. But given the Luke Shaw problems, i.e. he won't be ready until the knockout stages, should England make it that far, and if he does play the knockout stages, is he actually fully fit? Is he match sharp? Is he ready to take part in an international tournament? So I've got Saka on the left-hand side, kind of like this is almost like a 5-2-3 formation. Saka and, as you can see, Arnold on the right-hand side. As I mentioned before, I have a lot of time for Alexander-Arnold. He is a very technical player, a right foot to die for. As I said, I might have mentioned it before in the podcast. I think he's got a right foot as good as David Beckham's, if not maybe better. Just during the season when Liverpool won the Premier League, many called it the COVID Cup, Alexander-Arnold was a massive reason behind that success. He was picking in balls from that right hand side, and he was a big reason why Liverpool have been so successful under Klopp during his tenure. In defence, I've got Kyle Walker playing as a right-sided centre-back. Again, this could kind of help in my imaginary Gareth Southgate world, where Walker can go to the right-hand side and allow Saka to tuck in when England are in attacking transition. Defensive transition, I should say. But yeah, we've got Bellingham in midfield as well. He has played far further forward for Real Madrid than he had done for Dortmund and for England. But I think that position where I've put him there, he'd fit there nicely, with Rice covering him behind. And I'm sure in my imaginary Southgate world, him and Harry Kane would be swapping positions. Harry Kane obviously comfortable playing as a 10 or 9, and Bellingham pushing up front beyond him. In the Euros, wouldn't be something surprising to see. I'm sure we're going to try and use his power, his height. Bellingham is a fantastic player and will be one of England's most important players in years to come. And finally, my attacking front three. I have Cole Palmer, who I have a lot of time for. I saw glimpses of him, of his technique and what he could possibly do, his potential. At Man City, the few occasions where he did play, he was always effective in my opinion. He never seemed to have many poor games. In fact, you'd be hard pressed to find one for Man City. So I was quite excited to see him go to Chelsea. I'm not going to lie, I would have loved him at Spurs. Even before this summer, I would have taken him. Levy would not pay the same amount as Chelsea though. So he went to Ted Toley's Chelsea team, and he's made a big impression. 22 goals this season, 11 assists. He's got his first England caps this year as well. 4 England caps, 1 goal. He is another talent, along with Bellingham, that I believe are going to be regular fixtures in the England squad for years to come as well. So it's looking good for them. Foden, I've got him there on the left-hand side. Now, again, this is what I mean by I'm balanced. I put him there because I don't... Although Anthony Gordon has had a tremendous season, I prefer Foden. I think he'd be more effective. However, I don't rate him for England. I can't remember a game for England where Foden has really stood out on. So yeah, but in terms of this front three, Foden on the left, Palmer on the right. I hope Foden does have a breakthrough tournament. I really do hope he can push on, because he has tremendous ability, and it'll be fantastic to see the form that he carries at Man City, carry that with England as well. And obviously, finally, Harry Kane up front. I can't see Watkins or Tony getting a look in to start any matches. I could be wrong. Southgate might want to experiment. If we ever see them replace Kane, it was either due to injury, or it will be because there's a comfortable lead during a game and we can afford to take Kane off and rest him. But yeah, there's my team. Pickford in goal, Walker, Stones, Konsa in midfield, Alexander-Arnold, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, And up front, we've got Palmer, Kane, and Foden. So that is my team against Serbia. So, my predictions for the Euro 2024 tournament. Let's start with the winners. I think the winner of the Euro 2024 tournament will be France. I think they're a fantastic team. Didier Deschamps has come in and at a very good time for French football. A lot of young players in that team. All superstars almost. When you look at that team, it's like you can... Even the bench would probably challenge the majority of other countries in this tournament. But yeah, France is my predicted winner. Second place, losing finalists, will be Portugal. I don't think England will make it to a final again. It's very difficult for a country to make two finals in two major tournaments in a row, but not impossible. It's happened before. But I just don't think this England team will do it. As I say, it's very imbalanced. It is... I think it was the third youngest team in the tournament. So, yeah, I don't think it's coming home. But just going off on that, third and fourth place playoffs, although there isn't one at the Euros, I believe England and Germany will make the semi-finals. Germany are going through a period right now where they don't look as good as they have been in recent years. In past years, I should say. They've got Nagelsmann as manager now. They've got a squad of players who, when you look at them, you know, they've got Kimmich, Musiala, Neuer. You know, there's a lot of superstars in that team. But there's also a lot of names that people might not recognise, which is why a lot of people are doubting Germany. The old saying goes, you can't write off Germany, as I say, and I believe that Germany are going to make the semi-finals. And my dark horses for the tournament... I mean, I was going to say Turkey. But I suppose putting Portugal in there as dark horses... I don't know. But look at that Portuguese team. It's absolutely unbelievable. I don't think Ronaldo should be in there as a starter. Definitely take him. He's still playing football. He's scored 30, 34, 35 goals in the Saudi Arabia League. Say what you want about that league. He's the only one that did it there. Friday the 14th of June. It's Germany versus Scotland. Euro 2024 opener. It's going to be a good one. Germany, of course, favourites. No reason why Scotland can't cause an upset. Anyway, this is the first video of many to come for the summer. Hopefully the boys can join me for the next video. But until then, thank you for watching, and it's been emotional. Bye bye.